Hello, welcome to the first ever plum build speed build. This home I'm making for a sim called Betsy. She is an elder sim and she's very involved in the community. She runs a club called the Babbles, which is a group of sims who get together and play cards and gossip and dress very properly. Secretly, though, Betsy is obsessed with vampires. She considers them super evil and has managed to trap one in this dungeon that I'm building right now, and she experiments on them with garlic and wolfsbane and plasma fruits and stuff and just like learns about vampires. And she tells herself that she's doing all this out of righteousness, but really she's just so fascinated with vampirism. And sadly, the vampire she has trapped is a very well meaning, peaceful individual. So I hope he escapes soon. And I'm doing the roof. And I'm doing different sections because there's going to be a lot of glass window pane roofing in this build, because the main part of the house is very sunny and bright and something you wouldn't think has a secret if you looked at it, because you can almost like look right straight through the house. Like, where can something be hidden? And I went with this like asymmetrical, like disjointed A-frame for the house, which is pretty weird. And I wonder if there are any real houses that look like this, or if it's like even structurally sound enough for the real world. If anyone does know of a house that looks kind of similar to this, I would love to hear about that in the comments. I think that would be super interesting. Okay, now I'm picking the siding, and for the whole house, really, except for the dungeon, the color theme is red, blue, and green, and I kind of stick to that. Okay, this arch into the roof technique I learned from watching a sim build video from, I think they were the Sim Spy, and now I think they're just James Turner on YouTube. But I think it's really clever, and I had no idea you could do that, and the Sims would be able to walk through, and it's just such a fun architectural element. That bookcase is the secret doorway to the dungeon. And this area right here, this is the main living area. I'm gonna cram a lot of different rooms in here: kitchen, dining, living. I put a washing machine in here, a little office. The office is gonna be a little nook by the bookcase door to kind of make the bookcase make more sense there and just be more of a well hidden secret, more stealthy. I never noticed before this build, but that sink matches those cabinets and that fridge so well. Okay, so I'm doing a lofted bedroom area, and it took me so long to figure out how to delete the floor, but it's pretty simple. I could have just deleted it right away as soon as I put the railing in, which, yeah, look, I'm struggling. And I think I even cut out like a good chunk of me struggling here. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is my first time using these red steps, and they're pretty loud, but it's time to gather my red, blue, green color scheme. I changed the walls down here to a cooler green later, so it's like closer to the cabinets. I put a big table in here, like a nice big table, because imagine Betsy has her club meetings here, and the Babbles need something to play cards around. And I know you can't actually play cards at like a regular dining table, but wouldn't that be so nice if you could play cards at any table? And then there's like different board games and stuff, and then there's like a rainy day and all your Sims are playing board games. How nice would it be if they released like a game room stuff pack? I would love to build with that. Oh, and this is where I'm putting in the tiny little office under the stairs. Everything in this house is all play tested and should work, and it will be in the gallery if you want to download it. Um, I put in a washing machine. I love the laundry pack. I think it makes the game so cozy, and if you don't want to deal with laundry, you could put like a cat tree over there or a jukebox. Betsy would like that. It's very nostalgic for her prime days of being 20. I don't like to say that. I think there are no like prime ages. Can be happy at any time. Um, that's the OMSP shelf. Comment if you want me to tell you how I got it. It's some like custom shelf that I downloaded from somewhere. Custom content shelf. Oh, okay. This is where I'm like figuring out how to put in the TV. It's kind of like right in the doorway, but you know, it's a tiny space. Make do with what you can, with what you got. I'd like to lay on that couch and watch TV if I lived here. I'd enjoy it. Although I would have to like put up some curtains over all these windows. It's like too many people walking by looking in, too many Sims. Okay, that's the table that you can actually play cards at. And I really wanted to have 4 chairs, but it just like wasn't gonna work with the window pop out section spot, which I had my heart set on because it's thought it looked really pretty. I fill it up with plants, and it looks really pretty at night, this spot, I think. And the lot that I placed this at is Rindle Rose in the base game world. I think Willow Creek is the name of the world. Um, well, the window pop out looks right out at the river and the sidewalk. So, you got views. There's a point to the window. I love when I can find a way to put that beetle lamp in. Oh, victory spin. I edited it out. So many victory spins from this video. Every time I play something I really like, I spin the whole thing around, and you're welcome because we'd all be nauseous if I didn't edit them out. I am a little nauseous from editing this. Pet stuff. Betsy has cats. Bit of a elder stereotype there, but who doesn't love a cat? I actually don't. I'm kind of afraid of cats. I never really spent time with any cats. But you know what? Betsy is tough. She's trapped a vampire in her dungeon. She can handle a cat. Oh, the cat bed that I place in the window pop out, I don't know if your cat can actually lay there because I didn't know how to playtest it because I have never successfully asked my pet to lay in a pet bed and they lay in there. So I don't know how to test it besides just like waiting forever and seeing if the cat goes and lays in it. So I don't know how to prove that it doesn't work. So let me know if anybody relates to my pet bed situation. At this point I forgot that I hadn't put any normal windows in, but I am going to add some later. This is okay. This bedroom, I can't decide if I made it hideous or not. I do bright red floors to match the stairs because I didn't want like I wanted to keep the color theme from downstairs, but I wanted it to feel like a different room, so I went mainly red instead of just red accents. So let me know what you think. I shuffle around with these windows so much. I feel like they have to look like they're all on the same line from the outside, right? But then I was having problems with the roof in the front that's above the door. But I figured it out. I love that we can move windows so precisely now, and doors. I hated when you'd put a door in a corner spot and the like door jamb or like the door border thing would be like sucked into the corner of the wall. Thank goodness we can fix that. Here I'm shuffling. For the landscaping in this house, I stick with the red, blue, and green theme for the most part, and I think I think I actually add some pink in too, but that's later. Putting out the necessities. Yeah, sticking with the red, green, blue theme. Green mostly coming from the leaves. I don't know what these flower bushes, what kind of flowers they are, but I've been calling them rose bushes in my head. They're clearly not roses though, right? They're like big and fluffy. Maybe they're chrysanthemums. Do those come in red? I don't know. The little corner from the roof bothered me. Yeah, I'm trying to fill it in. I do figure out a way to fill it in though. Yeah, I think I do like the wall crawling flowers to fill that in. Which I love adding the plants up the walls, but I don't know if it's too much. I pretty much add it on every build I do. I think it really like I love when a house is like nestled into the environment. Not that this one is necessarily, but it's growing with the land. Okay, so I had this idea where the dungeon on the inside of the house, um, I decided like right where I put all those dead plants, that's like right above the dungeon, and I decided like the sadness from the poor trapped vampire down there was killing all the plants. And so this little section right here is like the only external indication that there's anything nefarious going on inside this like bright and open house. Yeah, it took me forever to make sure that they weren't going through the wall, but if it is, it's only a little bit now. You could put a window under the stairs by like the where I put the thermostat in the little like by the computer. I think that would like add to the sense that there's no secrets in this house because there's like that whole like if there's a window there, like you're not hiding anything. That's the only spot where there's not a lot of windows. It took me forever to find that pile of leaves that I like to put under stuff a lot. That's what I'm looking for right now. Mental note, by the bushes. The front of the house is where I start breaking away from the red, blue, green theme because I didn't want it to look like patriotic. It was coming off patriotic to me because the leaves, like the green from the leaves, aren't intentional enough, so added in some pink. I wonder if all these plants could actually grow well together. Maybe I should study up on some botany for my sim builds. This potted area is where she grows her garlic and her wolfsbane and plasma fruit to keep her subject alive. I never actually used wolfsbane in the game. Does something happen with the vampires? I feel like that's like a werewolf thing. I don't know. There's a pot for her to grow it though. Okay, back to this bedroom. Let me know if you think it's hideous. I'm leaning towards yes. But also, I don't know, it kind of goes with the build, I think. I put plants in here too, just to add to the contradiction between what's going on in the basement and what is up here. Everything is bright and alive and sunny. Even her curtains that I put, I think I do the kind of see-through curtains, so they don't really block out the sun. So the vampire definitely needs to keep track of the time so that he doesn't try to escape during the day. Yeah, those curtains aren't blocking nothing. End up putting an inspirational poster here too because I thought it was ironic because she is kind of a bad person for what she's doing to the nice vampire. This is just a simple little bathroom, sticking with the color theme. I use this shower like every time because I love how it just fits perfectly in like a 2 square section. I want to use the other showers more. I gotta try, but it's just so satisfying that there's like fits right in there. I almost forgot to put a litter box, and I put it right in the front door so you walk in, you just get a face full of litter box. But there was nowhere else to put it. And usually when I do sim builds with cats, I build like a separate tiny room that's attached to the house by only a cat door, and then it has like an external door to the outside so the sim can go in there and clean the litter box. I just like, where do people put their litter boxes? I don't have cats. Pretty proud of those wood beams. I think they look cool, and I hang garlic from them. She's got this whole place like covered in garlic as a safety measure. And I just feel like it makes sense that you would tie the garlic around those beams. It's a perfect spot. Bit of realism there. And this like stairwell looks really cool when you have the vampire like selected, because he sees all the like green smoke coming off of him. I put a coffin in the dungeon and like a ratty looking sink because it added to the prison vibe. Do you guys always build with the grid on? My sister hates that I leave the grid on. I like to know what space I'm working with though. Okay, I think screenshots are coming up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you decide to download this from the gallery, I'd love if you left a comment saying you found it from my video, because I have a feeling no one's gonna watch this. I'll put details about how you download it in the description. Alright, bye!